Yes, nice and decent people. I just want to appeal to you, the people, to warn and to talk to some of your members, some of your family members and friends who pass around with loud music on the top of their cars, just disturbing people in their sleep. People should be aware of the fact that people right now in St. Lucia, people work at different times of the day. People work at all times of the day. And for that reason, people need to rest. And so right now you have a situation where there is a proliferation of vehicles passing around with big boxes just making noise at any time. And even 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, they have no regards for the population, they have no respect for nobody. They will just be passing around and disturbing the peace of the people while people are trying to sleep. And we know for a fact that these people do not go to the places that their parents live and do that, because you know some of them. You know these people very well. You know who they are. And you know who their parents are. And they do not pass around with this loud music disturbing their parents when their parents are trying to sleep. And so I'm appealing to the people to stop this thing. To stop this thing at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And it is almost like some of them do it deliberately, because the place that some of these people go and do this thing, it's almost like they're coming through and driving out. You understand? At 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, making loud noises with these loudspeakers. They have no regards for nobody. And these same people, we know that they do not go to the places that their parents live and do that. We know that they do not go to the places where their family members live to do that. And it is okay if people want to have loud music. It is all right, but recognize that people work at different times. And you need to allow people to sleep. You need to allow people to sleep. And it is obvious that some of these people are doing these things deliberately. You understand? There's a guy who was driving around in a black car, and a few of us were taking note of him. And it was almost like he was selecting the music every time he passes. The worst kinds of gutter music. That's what he was playing. You understand? And so people need to understand that your rights stop when it starts affecting other people. This is how you have to measure. It's a way to measure if what you're doing is making sense. If what you're doing is affecting other people, is when your civil rights, your liberties that you have, start infringing on that of other people, then you have to stop. This thing has to stop. You need to respect the fact that there are people that have to work to keep the country going, and they work at different times of the day. So let people sleep in peace. Let people sleep in peace. And consider other people, because I know for a fact that some of you do not go to the places where your parents live or your grandparents live and play this loud music, disturbing them in their sleep. Let people sleep in peace. Let people sleep. People work at different times. Because of the way life is, people work at different times. You cannot disturb your neighbor just because you think it is okay. You think it is all right. You need to understand that your liberty stop when it start affecting other people. You can buy your music worth $1 million and put it on top of your car. It's okay, but recognize that you're living in an environment where there are people who need to sleep. Keep the fire burning. I hope you spread that for me, please.